Greetings, everyone. This is She Speaks Life with LaQuisha Robinson. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about how important it is to forgive people or a person and situations. I'm reminded of a parable, and I'm using this as coming from the Bible. However, you all, whatever words of wisdom that you obtain or get your teaching from, if it inspires you and help you to be a better you, you can use those parables as well. You can use those stories as well. But for this particular video, I'm going to use a parable that comes from out of the Bible. So in this parable, there is a man who approaches Jesus, and he lets Jesus know, listen, Jesus, I have forgiven my brother 7 times for the same thing that he's done over and over to me. How many more times do I need to forgive him before I take a stand and take action? And what Jesus told the man was, forgive him 77 times 7. Okay, so to just understand really quickly what Jesus was saying, he was telling the individual, continue to forgive, number 1. And number 2, don't look at what somebody is doing to you and base your treatment off of how you should treat them. And then number 3, understand that a lesson is coming to you. Anything that doesn't empower your growth, anything that makes you stay stuck or at a stunted level is not there to empower you. So Jesus was allowing this man to know it's time for you to realize, why is it taking you 7 times and you still not grasp the concept of what this lesson that's coming from your brother is trying to teach you? Why is it taking you so long to get this? Start waking up. And that's one of our biggest problems. We are so bent on what you did to me, how you made me feel, how you do it to me, and did it to me, and we're not getting the lessons. And another thing we find ourselves doing is staying in repeated cycles. Okay, we continue, well, this happened, okay, that person said sorry, or it happened, they didn't say sorry, and now I'm just supposed to keep moving on and keep operating as if nothing is wrong. But that's an incorrect way to be. Remember, we are always evolving. We should be obtaining once anything that does not come to promote our higher good, our higher self, help us walk into the person that we're supposed to be, then we need to learn the lesson from it. Okay, and while you're learning the lesson, you don't even have the right, even though we do it, we don't have the right to be upset or angry at a lesson. No matter how it come, no matter the form it come, whether it's being you coming in the form of a person, a place, okay, even a thing, we have to learn. Don't get angry, don't get upset, don't get mad, don't even be hurt, okay? Because this is a lesson. If what's happening to you is not causing you to grow, it is a lesson. It's a lesson, okay? When you and I'm going to say this real quickly, okay? And I'm going to deal with relationships because this is one of the hugest topics, when you're dealing in a relationship, okay, and you need to be where you need to be, you are going to attract a partner, okay, who is going to be everything that you need, and this person is going to be there to sustain you, help you grow, help to nurture you, help you reach your goals, and together you all will have purpose together that you will reach together. The person that you're with, now I'm talking about when you're in correct alignment, you understand you, they understand them, and then you both understand each other, and you're willing to work with each other to grow to the places and the heights that you all are meant to go to, okay? So when this happens, the person that you attract to you, or the person that you're able to accept into you, they are going to been in they are going to have dealt with who they are. They're going to been in elevated in areas that they weren't elevated in, which could not cause a correct alignment to occur between the two of you. Another important thing is, we don't need to always go just jump into this relationship, that relationship. Well, I just want this person, because remember, we are talking about fulfilling our destinies. We're talking about walking in correct alignment with purpose, okay? And sometimes your purpose is not to say, oh, I'm gonna jump over here and find him, I'm gonna jump over there and find. No. Now, if you could have a situation to where when you leave something that was unhealthy for you, and it appeared like you just jumped over here, but you actually were walking and actually met destiny at that time. Okay, but what I want to say to you all is, in your partnerships, in your relationships, understand there's not going to be confusion. Now, because you are two people and you understand things differently and feel differently about things, you all will work together to say, let's do this time, and next time we'll do it this way, or whatever works for you all. But know that anything that's drawn and attracted to you, it will not cause you to feel beaten down, trodden. It won't make you feel like you're low, like you're not worth anything, you're worthless, in other words. Anything that comes to you and that's meant to bring you life is always going to empower you. When something is coming to empower you, you want to understand it already sees your struggles. It already sees the areas in which it can help you, and I'm saying it, but I'm meaning a person, and sometimes it possibly could be depending on what the situation is. But when you're dealing with a relationship or people in general, anything that is coming to empower you already see most likely your imperfections, and that's why they're sent to you. They're sent to love on you, nurture you, and help build you up. They're there to empower all the things in you that you may not have the keys and tools to, but if they do, they're willing to put it in the ignition and turn it so that it fires you up and it uplifts you. If you're coming into contact with people who only seem to, beat you down with their words, even hit on you or do anything that's harmful to you, you need to understand you're dealing with a lesson, okay? And I'm going to throw this in here, okay? Sometimes, if God has called you to unite with a group of people, a person, or even go to an area or a region, and it seems like, oh, this is off, this is whack, this could not be what God has sent to me, you also need to understand that a person, when they're not properly and correctly developed and they haven't released negativity and embraced what they need to embrace, they can be operating and things that they would not operate in if they knew better, if they understood better. And it's not enough to say, well, I'm wise in this area. We need to be wise in areas that's going to promote a healthy living for us and the people that's around us. So if you're in a relationship and you honestly feel like, I know I've seen signs, synchronicities, I've got words from on high, and I know that this is my partner for life, I know I'm supposed to walk with this person, what I want you to do is, if you're in a situation where you're in something that's uncomfortable and unhealthy, don't be afraid to let it go. Because if God has purpose, and if the universe has a will and it's meant, okay, whatever occurs and whatever transpires, the two of you will end up back together. But the thing is, you want to end back up with the person you're supposed to be when that person is healthy, when they have a healthy heart, a healthy mind, a healthy understanding, when they are at peace with themselves. Because when you're not at peace and the other things that I mentioned, you can't help anybody. Okay, you can't understand anybody. You can love somebody with everything in you, but not know how to treat them. So even sometimes when you're having temporary lessons, okay, because we can have, there's different levels, just like there's different seasons for things to happen and to occur in our lives. And understand that your different seasons and your different time frames for things to happen is also to teach you. Okay, so whatever you're needing to learn, just learn it, but learn to forgive right along with it. Don't hold hate and envy and jealousy, anything that's negative. Do not hold it within you, because you're missing the complete total point of what you're supposed to get. Okay, if you've been through some things in your lifetime, and you even allow that to cause you to treat people a certain way, or to have a hardened heart, or not to walk in trust, you are limiting who you are. You are limiting what you're supposed to have and what you're supposed to possess. So let all of that go, because guess what? When you have and carry unforgiveness in you, even if it's from a childhood or growing on up, what you're doing is you're stunning your own growth, because there's things, and here's the amazing thing about this, you all. You can be walking past your destiny, or God is saying, I'm going to bump you into something, so that you have the opportunity to see what path you need to get on. I'm going to put something in your pathway that's a wake-up call for you. But if you are determined that you know you're right, you're going to stay like this because you know people, and you know that people heart ain't this and people heart ain't that, you will never come into who you are. And I also want to share with you, it doesn't matter how much wisdom and understanding you have, if you carry unforgiveness on the inside of you, if you can't forgive somebody for the wrong they have done to you, you are also saying that you can't grow. You refuse to grow. Okay, because what you're going to come to find out is that everything connects and everything lines up down the road. So you don't want to be a person who has connected every dot, but when it gets to that last dot that you need to plug in, you are unable and you are unsuccessful because you chose not to do a certain thing that needed to be did. Okay, and that's unforgiveness, and that could be a number of things, but today we're talking about unforgiveness. So you all be encouraged, and I'm an encouraging person, so I'm always going to encourage and inspire you. I'm always going to suggest to let things go that no longer serve you, things that hurt you. Even when somebody wants you to hold on to something, or to grab a hold to a new negative thought, if it's not going to prosper your life, if it doesn't even have anything to do with you or the next person, don't even entertain it. Let it go. Don't even entertain it. And I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so let's say somebody comes to you and tells you something about somebody in the form of gossip, not in the form of information to help you, or so you can just be, watchful or on the safe side. But let's say somebody comes and spreads some gossip to you about an individual. As you grow and develop, you're going to learn to say, okay, I understand what you said. I appreciate you for letting me know this, and you're going to keep on going. If somebody keeps trying to fester new thoughts, new ideas inside of you, you have to be honest and frank and just tell that person, ma'am or sir, this is not helping me. This is not going to progress my growth. This has nothing to do with you or me, so I'm just going to focus on me and what I know is important and what I need to do, and then you keep moving. Okay, so again, and I'm going to get ready to end this video, but you all operate in unforgiveness. If you're not operating in unforgiveness, you are allowing things to be held in your heart, held over your head, held in areas that you need to release them from. Okay, and then understand, you all, when you come into contact with people, you cannot treat everybody the same, because everybody comes with different gifts. Okay, and these gifts can be good and bad. Now, you all, that just turned another light bulb on. So I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to do another video right after this about what I just said. So until we meet again, you all operate in love, peace, and joy.